Presidency on Atiku's criticism of 2019 budget says Buhari's administration has made significant progress, especially in the agriculture sector. Information Minister inaugurates Mopol Barrack in Offa. Plus, police update on Badi's death. These and other stories on Panorama today. I'm Ian Ray John. Thanks for joining us. Progressives Congress APC has released the names of members of its Presidential Campaign Council for the 2019 elections. A statement by the Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, says President Muhammadu Buhari is the Council's chairman, while Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the co-chairman. Deputy chairmen of the Council include Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo and the APC National Chairman, Comrade Adams Oshomole. Senator George Akume is the Council's Vice Chairman, while Senator Ken Unamani is the Vice Chairman, South. Rotimi Amechi is the Council's Director General, while Senator A.O. Mamora is its Deputy Director General, Operations. The presidency has described the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar's criticism of the 2019 budget proposal as a poor attempt, high on rhetorics, but low on real solutions, since issues referred to were already highlighted in President Muhammadu Buhari's budget speech with detailed explanations.
A statement by a special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, says Atiku Abubakar's claim that the economy is yet to recover from the 2016-2017 economic recession makes it clear that Atiku does not understand the simple meaning of recession despite positive GDP growth. A careful look at Atiku's statement will show that there's nothing original about his identified realities. For instance, a look at the budget speech will show that the president specified a number of actions to tackle revenue weakness, including strengthening ongoing efforts at tax collection, liquidation of recovery assets, immediate recovery of past due oil royalty charges, and deployment of national trade window to improve customs collections. The statement further says it is laughable that Atiku's criticism was that there's little evidence to show that increased investment in agriculture has yielded positive results. Even the worst adversaries of the Buhari administration would acknowledge that significant progress has been made in the agriculture sector. The PDP presidential candidate also criticized high capital budget of 30% without acknowledging the high capital expenditure over the past two budget cycles continuing into the current 2018 budget cycle. Yet, Atiku is quiet about his plans to raise capital expenditure and reduce current spending.
And now talking security, just like engines need constant servicing to perform optimally, so do effective training enhance the Armed Forces service delivery. This is why the Nigerian Armed Forces constantly engages its personnel to keep fit and be up to date through training and welfare. Defense correspondent Olajide Bello takes a look at capacity building and welfare for Nigerian Air Force personnel in 2018.
The human being is the most important in every organization, and including the military. And unless the human being has what it takes to perform the task you are assigning to him, he or she will not be able to do a good job.
From training on the newly acquired Super Mishak aircraft to unmanned area vehicle, special forces training, basic fighter training, and the list goes on. The Nigerian Air Force in 2018 engaged officers and men in various capacity building programs and exercises for optimum performance.
The first set of Nigerian Air Force personnel to be trained on the newly acquired Super Mishak aircraft graduated in Kaduna, 18 of them. Some of out of that number are going to fly with the United States Air Force now for basic fighter training. And of course, in addition to that, we have also done in-house training of UAV pilots. Of course, we have the graduation of 7 pilots in Kano that completed the basic fighter training. Right now, as I speak to you, they have finished their ground school on the Alpha Jet, and they are going to start flying. Some of them are likely going to fly. They are going to Morocco. The Moroccans are supporting us slots for training.
What other efforts have the Nigerian Air Force put in place for training in counter-insurgency operations in line with international best practices?
So capacity building, an international air power seminar was organized by the Nigerian Air Force, where in November, where we invited others who have been in this, who have faced similar problems that we are facing today, from Pakistan, from Turkey, from Morocco, and from the US, from UK, and many other countries of the world, to come and share with us their experiences.
Personal welfare is one other aspect that the force is placing premium on.
We have provided accommodation for hundreds of families of our personnel in different units all over the country. We have also ensured that we have hospitals that our personnel can go to, hospitals that are comparable to private hospitals. There is no machine that you will get in any private hospital that is not in the Air Force hospital. In addition to that, our secondary schools. Our personnel have children and dependents that go to schools. So we have renovated most of our schools.
All these, many says, have been making positive impact in the force and has contributed to the successes being achieved in the counter-insurgency war, as well as the strive to ensure peace in various places where bandits and other criminal activities are reported. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
And in Kwara State, Information and Culture Minister Lai Mohammed has appealed to the Inspector General of Police to, as a matter of urgency, put in place mechanism that will contain criminality in any form in Kwara State. The minister made the appeal during the official commissioning of the ultra-modern mobile police barracks, solely built by Ofa community and donated to the Nigerian Police in Ofa, Kwara State. Anthony Forson reports.
Located along Ojoku Road in Ofa, the mobile police barrack will provide accommodation for the commander. 44 flats of 2-bedroom each, fitted with all the necessary conveniences. There is also an admin block with offices, conference room, security cells, armory with a guard post. Leading dignitaries to formally inaugurate the barrack, which has an epitaph bearing the names of the 33 people who were killed in the April bank robbery in the town, Lai Mohammed described as unfortunate and wondered how criminals have suddenly found sanctuary in the state.
It's unfortunate that Kwara State in recent time has become notorious for criminality. Kwara State in recent time has made headlines for wrong reasons.
It is to this end that he appealed to the Inspector General of Police to, as a matter of urgency, find a lasting solution to the problem, bearing in mind the approaching elections.
Those who witnessed what happened a few days ago in Ilorin would agree with me that cultists, hoodlums, hooligans, and brigands are still very much active in Kwara State. So my appeal to the police, especially the run-up to the general elections, is that you must please redouble your efforts. You must please ensure that every citizen of this state is free to cast his vote, and that his vote will not only be counted, but his vote will count. And the only way you can assure this, you can assure us of this, is by ensuring that you rid the state of all criminal elements before general election. We're not asking you to do this just because of the elections. We're asking you to do this for all times.
Representative of the Kwara State Governor also reinforced the need for the emulation of the offer efforts at complementing government to provide security.
It is common knowledge that security is the business of all. This is because without adequate protection, peace can neither be assured nor sustained, and without order, development will be a mirage.
For the Inspector General of Police, the establishment of the mobile police base in Offa is not to provide a platform for settling scores, but rather the personnel must remain neutral and see the safety of lives and property as their primary role.
The decision to create this squadron was equal to the consideration of how to prevent violent armed robbery attacks in the town, as well as requests made by stakeholders in the state, especially the Offa Dissident Union. The aim is to ensure that lives and property of law-abiding citizens of the country residents here are well secured.
The Olofa of Offa, who handed over the keys to the barracks to the representative of the Inspector General of Police, was full of praise for the achievement, saying Offa sons and daughters have done him proud by completing the project in 6 months. National President of our Development Union, Nigerian, explained that the April attack on banks in Offa, which claimed 33 lives, in no small way reawakened their consciousness and are determined to do more to complement government. The project cost is put at 700 million naira. In Offa, Kwara State, Anthony Forson, NTA News.
As still on security issues, the Nigerian Police Force, through joint efforts with the Nigerian Air Force, has arrested 2 principal suspects and 3 others in connection with the death of the former Chief of Defence Staff, Air Chief Marshal Alex Badi. The police, however, declined parading the suspects, as it has been the tradition, saying it can lead to security breach as investigation has been intensified. The Chief of the Air Staff had earlier disclosed the synergy with relevant security agencies to ensure perpetrators of the crime are brought to justice. It will be recorded that the former Chief of Defence Staff was killed on the evening of Tuesday, December 18th, 2018, while returning from his farm along Abuja Kefi Road. In other news, the Chairman Presidential Advisory Committee on the Elimination of Drug Abuse, General Muhammadu Boba Mawa, says the committee is devising preventive measures against the menace. Rayanu Bala reports that General Mawa was speaking in Yola on the mandate of the committee, saying that drug abuse must stop in the interests of the development of the country.
The increasing rate of drug abuse, especially among the youths in the country, is a great concern to the government and the society as a whole. The recent inauguration of the Presidential Advisory Committee on the Elimination of Drug Abuse, therefore, is to provide solutions that will deal with the menace head-on. Chairman of the committee, General Muhammadu Buba Marwa, says the committee is already intensifying effort through consultations with relevant bodies to address the ugly trend.
We will look at how the various agencies, Customs, NAFDAC, NDLEA, Immigration, and the others, how they interact, how they work together towards preventing drugs from getting to the country.
According to him, for any society to develop, youth must be engaged in productive ventures and avoid drugs, which the committee is committed to end it.
There's a poverty element, and the government is fighting, as you know, to get more jobs, N-Power, trader money, a lot of schemes, agriculture, so many schemes from the president towards getting more employment for Nigerians.
In Yola, Rayanu Bala, NTA News.
If you just joined us, you're watching Panorama live on the network service of the NTA. We shall take a break now. The news returns in a bit.
The struggle for independence had been a long and tough one. Our founding fathers and compatriots sacrificed their comfort and even shed their blood. We cannot at this point in history afford to spirit away their sacrifices for immediate but temporary gains of today. Let us emphasize what unites and not what divides us. Working for the unity of purpose with a stronger vision for a better tomorrow. NTA, growing with the nation.
together. No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together. Let's stop fighting each other. Let us live as one. It doesn't matter where you come from, your tribe or religion, man, woman or child. It doesn't matter who you are. Put Nigeria first. No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together. How can we develop when we're always in crisis? Families have become refugees in their country. No matter our differences, show some understanding.
No matter where you come from, no matter your religion, we are one. Let's live together.
Nigeria, the only country we can train with remarkable potentials to excel. Let us believe in ourselves and change our attitude for the sake of our country and generations unborn. Let us revive our cultural values, which are our essence as a nation. Let us renew the spirit of patriotism and hope in our dear country. Do not take or give bribe. Be punctual always. No more African time. We can't expect to be global citizens and operate on African time. Join the queue. Insist that people are attended to on a first-come basis, no matter who they are or where they come from.
Nigeria, good people, great nation.
Glad to have you back. In continuation of visits to families in Abuja, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo had a chat with residents of Games Village, emphasizing President Buhari's determination to ensure that the country remains on the right track to progress. State House correspondent Jide Onifade reports.
Just like the biblical visit, the Vice President's visit to some residents of the Federal Capital Territory is one that brings an assurance of more good things to come from the Buhari administration. At the Games Village, where Vice President Yemi Osinbajo met with Olatunji Sanwo's family, residents had the opportunity to have one-on-one chat with the Vice President. Some of them who spoke to NTA News expressed gratitude for the visit.
His effort for coming out to speak with each one of us, at least I appreciate that. That's something. So today I have the opportunity to speak for the Vice President of Nigeria. That's something, and I'm happy about it.
In his next 4 years, he is going to prove that Nigeria belongs to Nigerians, and he is going to do a very, very good job. With the coming in of the Vice President to my estate is something else. It's a sign of a lift up to Nigeria, because this is the community of more than 6,000 to 7,000 people here. We have children and kids, and any angle we have from zone 1 to zone 5, and any street you go to, all the kids are saying 4 plus 4, which is 8.
Into politics, so assume office, it's very difficult to really meet with them and have one-on-one with them. But with programs like this, where the president, vice president meets with citizens, get to feel them, get to know, I think it's a welcome development. It's very nice.
Vice President Yemi Osinbajo also had chat with residents of New Kushinga Road, delivering the message of the president to continue providing security and opportunities for better living.
Muhammadu Buhari, now he wants to see how he go help common man, anybody where they work, where they try to look for work. If they look for how he go help them, how they go help them, make them find work, make them find money to do their work. If not farm you, they farm, how we go help you with your farming?
At Wuse 2, where the Vice President met with some youths and advised them to vote right, he expressed the determination of the President to continue the focus on youth empowerment that would guarantee a greater future. In Abuja, Jide Onifade, NTA News.
The Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, has again pledged fairness and equity in the coverage of activities of political parties and in the general elections. Director General of the NTA, Yakubu Ibn Mohammed, reaffirmed his commitment when a former DG, Professor Tony Redia, presented a lecture on election coverage to management staff of the authority in Abuja. Olayinka Ojo reports.
One thing that is on the lips of most Nigerians and key players in the electoral process is the 2019 elections. It is with this in mind that the management of the largest television invited one of the authority's veterans to share his expertise and experiences in election coverage, as the television station plans to give the 2019 elections the best ever coverage in its more than 40 years of existence. Professor Iradia emphasized having a strong, experienced, vibrant and knowledgeable political desk that understands election processes. Voting, which is the top event in the activities that make up elections, Professor Tony Iradia said, is only a component which is preceded by very important other components which most media pay little attention to. He urged the information managers to improvise ways of surmounting challenges they are confronted with on a daily basis and avoid self-censorship and timidity.
Nowadays, what people do is that they just wait for voting. And once you do that, you've made a mistake. Preparing for coverage of election cannot start on the election year.
NTA's Director General, Yakubu Ibn Mohammed, said the organization is poised to ensure the best coverage of elections compared to what was obtainable in the past.
We are going to be fair and we are going to be equitable, but NTA is not going to organize events for any political party. We go out of our way, like the DD, said, even if we are not invited, we'll invite ourselves.
The interaction with Professor Iradia is part of the preparations by the NTA towards a professional and successful coverage of the 2019 elections. Olayinka Ojo, NTA News.
And still on the forthcoming general elections, President Muhammadu Buhari will today launch the 2019 presidential campaign of the All Progressives Congress, APC. According to the party's National Publicity Secretary, Larry Issa Onilu, the president will use the occasion to present the scorecard of the administration and its successes and its three cardinal objectives, which include security, economy, and the fight against corruption. He will also outline his vision and programs for Nigerians for the next 4 years. Miriam Vincent Oko has the situation report from the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo, venue of the event.
A visit to the venue of the APC presidential campaign flag-off shows that finishing touches were being put in place to ensure a smooth event. The various committees working for the success of the flag-off also had a joint inspection of the Godswill Akpabio 30,000 capacity international stadium.
The logistics in terms of expected crowds, how the crowds will be controlled, issues of security, all of those details have been worked upon.
It's very significant that he has decided to come and kickstart his campaigns for 2019 from the South-South and from Akwa Ibom said, and I can tell you, my people cannot wait to cast their ballots for him.
The Obong Sima-Ikere campaign office is also a beehive of activity as APC supporters thronged the office as they eagerly await the president's campaign team.
We are so happy and we can't wait to have it.
It's a sign of serious honor that the government of Buhari has done to Akwa Ibom people.
At the time, NTA News visited the Akwa Ibom State Police Headquarters, Ikodopanabia. A team of mobile police officers were seen arriving the command.
We have increased visibility policing around the metropolis, and the route lining will be very, very effective.
The campaign will feature the presentation of flags to the governorship candidates from the South region. In Uyo, Marian Vincent Oko, NTA News.
In a related development, the Director of Strategic Communications, President Buhari Campaign Organization, Festus Keyamo, says the PDP presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, should bear the cost and tire of corruption alone and not drag President Buhari into it. Festus Keyamo says with the latest refrain of the PDP linking some phantom shares in Etisalat and Keystone Bank to the family of the president, it is obvious that the PDP presidential candidate is set to release a series of unsubstantiated allegations against President Buhari and Vice President Osinbajo. He said with the latest revelation that the said shares are rather linked to relatives of Atiku Abubakar, it has become a case of the thief, calling the farm owner the thief. While the president and the vice president are prepared and willing to answer any genuine inquiry raised about their stewardship, Nigerians, the statement noted, should always ask the critical questions as to where, when, how, names, dates and addresses in respect of any allegations raised by the opposition before giving any credence to it. And next is